Hello and welcome to Prudent Media News. Now a look at the headlines. Heavy rain in the state disrupts normal life. Incidents of flooding and uprooting of trees. Rainfall of 4 inches recorded. People of different sections oppose government's decision on MOI. Activists dare CM to remain present in the official function of Revolution Day. Unhygienic surroundings of Saraswati self-help group's kitchen raises questions on FDA's NOC. Blame game begins between the FDA and Education Department. Locals are not opposed to Bandodkar Stadium. Opposition talk is artificially created, says former CCP Commissioner Elvis Gomes. GFA backs 5,500 capacity design. And I-League clubs press on for relaxation in AFC regulations. Maintaining 2 teams has financial difficulties. AFC to decide, says Alberto Colasso. And now the news in detail. Heavy rains lashed the state on Friday. Many incidents of flooding and trees uprooting were reported across the state. Met Department has recorded a rainfall of 4 inches during last 24 hours. Heavy showers are expected for the next 2 days. Incessant rains resulted in flooding of the river in Dandora Kunkoli. Inmates from 6 houses in the vicinity of this river were forced to evacuate after the water level reached the danger mark. This area witnesses flooding every year due to heavy rains. The villagers have been demanding a bridge and a culvert to solve this problem. Madgaon Mamladar Paresh Faldesai visited the area and took stock of the situation.
आणि हे पहिले सन जावपाचे बट आतां ते आमगे धड बी बांदिले आमगे मिनिस्टर आतां मातशें उदक कमी जाता आनी आमगे थिंग 4-5 घरां ताका एक ब्रिज जाय पडो तांकां कळ्ळें आमकां इन्फॉर्मेशन मेळ्ळें कंट्रोल रूमाक WIT डिपार्टमेंटान इन्फॉर्मेशन दिल्लें वॉटर लेवल आसा तें रायज जाल्लें म्हणून हांगा तेन्ना आमी हांगा येवन 3 घरांतले लोकांक भायर काडले आसा आनी 2 घरांतले लोक आसा तांकां आतां भायर काडपाचो प्रयत्न चालू आसा.
In Bicholi, 3 families had a miraculous escape when an acacia and coconut tree uprooted and crashed onto their houses. The incident resulted in an estimated loss of 4 lakh rupees. Later, the fire services were called in to clear the damage. Heavy rainfall was also reported in the village of Borde in Bicholi. This caused water level to rise, resulting in flooding of kulagars and paddy fields.
किमती सगळ्या किमती येत नाही संसार म्हणजे किती 25 वर्षाचा नव्हतो कसं लागे करता म्हणतो ना का झालं त्या टायमाक तो लाख मलाच असता किती किती म्हणून सांगून भितरल्या ते लागे करता म्हणतो ना का झालं 2 मिनिटांना शिला जाऊनच आपण
At Mapsa, a similar incident of a gulmohar tree uprooting was reported near Janta High School. 4 electricity poles were damaged in the process. Due to heavy rains, a landslide was also reported in another area of Mapsa. A boulder came crashing down onto this building, damaging a portion of a flat, which resulted in a loss of 20,000 rupees. Mapsa MLA Francis D'Souza and Deputy Collector of Mapsa inspected the affected area. Waterlogging was also reported in the shops located in the Mapsa market. The weekly Friday bazaar was disrupted, thereby throwing routine work out of gear.
अराउंड 10-50 सुमार फातर पडलो गुण आणि आमची भिंतीचेर पडून भिंत मोडली.
In Benauli, a banyan tree fell on a house belonging to Florin DeCosta. Earlier, attempts to alert the officials on the danger of the tree fell on deaf ears. At the time of the incident, 16 people were inside the house. Luckily, all the inmates escaped unhurt. Also, flooding was reported at Ravanford Junction. This caused a lot of inconvenience to the people. The male and female wards of the Tuye hospital at Pedna had to be shifted after a certain portion of the ceiling collapsed. Due to the heavy rains, water entered the wards and the kitchen areas. The hospital authorities say that despite repeated complaints, the problem was still yet to be solved.
आमच्या आरोग्य मंत्र्यांनी हेतून लक्ष घालपाची गरज आसा आणि जाता तितल्या बेगीन इवन पावस वयतलो आणि मागीर जातलो अशें सुद्दां रावपाची गरज.
Panji also witnessed heavy rainfall during the last 24 hours. Certain areas of the city were seen flooded. The Met Department recorded 8 centimeters of rainfall in Panji. Other parts of the state have recorded up to 20 centimeters of rainfall. So far, the Met Department has recorded 54 centimeters of rainfall since 1st of June, which is 10 centimeters above normal compared to last year.
Panjim has recorded 8 centimeter rainfall during last 24 hours from 8:30 to 8:30 morning. And in other parts also, up to 20 centimeter rainfall has been recorded. At Cape, today 20 centimeter rainfall has been recorded during the 24 hours.
Bureau Report, Prudent Media. Writers, actors, teachers and freedom fighters and professionals have pledged to fight against the establishment for favouring grants to English medium schools. A convention was held in Panji opposing government's decision on MOI. They say their patience is over as government has not reverted back its decision. Activists have dared CM Digambar Kamath to remain present for the official 18th June function at Panji. The writers and the artists had organized a convention on Friday, but teachers, journalists and other professionals also participated. The convention was held to oppose government's decision favouring grants to English medium schools. Convener of the convention, Vishnu Suryabag, BBSM convener Shashikala Kakodkar, Literaur N. Shivdas, freedom fighter Nagesh Karmali, advocate Uday Bembre, Pundalik Naik, Marathi writer Pushparaj, Martin Fernandez, Meena Kakodkar, Ramdas Futani and others were present for the convention. The deadline of 18th June given by the BBCM has come to an end, but the government has not changed its decision on MOI. Now, all want to hit the roads to get their demand fulfilled. They have also expressed their displeasure as some of the writers are still supporting the government. They have also said that the diocesan society bluffed and misguided the people to collect 52,000 signatures in the favor of English.
सही हाडिल्ली जर जायत आनी तांची जर शहानिशा केल्ली जाल्यार कळटाशिल्लें की ह्यो सयो बोगस आसा म्हण. आज प्रकार असो चालू आसा की ह्या शाळां भितर तुमकां जर एडमिशन तुमकां जर ह्या शाळेंत रावपा जाय जाल्यार तुवें इंग्लीश म्हूण बरोवन दिवपा जाय. हाजो आमी प्रतिकार कशे करतले हाजो विचारमंथन जावपा जाय.
पूण दिगंबर कामत ती लक्षात दवरचें. फाल्यां आमी देव मरपाक देवल्या ते कितलेशे तरणाटे थंय तुज्या मुखार आसतले कापासतात तुजी. फाल्यां तूं रानटी मैदानाचेर येवन दाखय आनी आमच्या हुतात्म्याक फुलां घालपाक तो अधिकार तुवें केन्नाच गवयला.
राज्यपाल मरपाची भाशा उलयल्या. आमी मरपाची भाशा उलोवपाक नाका. मरपाचो जो वेळ आशिल्लो तो जाला. आमी मारपाची भाशा उलोवया आनीक ही तयारी आमी दवरया.
आमच्या थोड्या अल्पसंख्य लोकांची जी दादागिरी बहुसंख्य लोकांचेर जाता ती मान्य करनासतना ती बंद करूंक लावन हो निर्णय बदलप. हो निर्णय फुडल्या वेंचणुकेच्या पयलीं आमी बदलूंक शकले उत्तम. पूण जर तशें घडलें ना जाल्यार जे सरकार सत्तेर आसा ताका निखावन हो निर्णय बदलप हें आमचें कर्तव्य जातलें.
Our senior reporter Rakesh Kandulkar with video journalist Omkar Falari. Food and Drugs Administration had given a NOC to Saraswati Self-Help Group of Murgaon to provide midday meal to different schools. FDA claims that kitchen of the group was hygienic when NOC was given, but in reality it is not at all hygienic. Now the blame game has begun between the FDA and Education Department. After visiting the kitchens and premises of Saraswati Self-Help Group, Medical Officer Dr. Vikas Kuelkar informed that the place is unhygienic. Have a look. This is just outside the kitchen. There is a barrel filled with dirty water and the used utensils are being washed here. In August 2009, Food and Drugs Administration had terminated the midday meal contract of this group. But soon after 4 months, FDA granted them the contract again. Didn't they see these conditions or they weren't existing then?
And only after verification and compliance of everything, we revoked the suspension. So it is not correct to say that a clean chit was given. There was a penal punishment for 4 months which told them.
But this group was not under strict vigilance. None of the government offices ever visited the group for checking. When hundreds of children consume the food prepared by these groups, it is the responsibility of the FDA offices, Education Department officials or the health officials to check the preparation of food. Gauri Ganesh Self-Help Group and Saraswati Self-Help Group both cook their food in one kitchen. If one group is operated by Urmila Salgaonkar, then Gauri Ganesh group is operated by her own daughter Mohana Salgaonkar. This fact came to the light when BJP Yuva Morcha gave the ADEI Anuradha Sardesai. She was questioned as to why the contract was not withdrawn when there was serious negligence last time. But she blamed it on the high-level officials.
आम्ही फक्त लोवेस्ट ऑफिसर आणि हे सगळे जे जाला ते आमच्या डिपार्टमेंटा तर्फे जाल्ले आसा तेन्ना तिका कशें परते मेळ्ळे ताजे आन्सर हांव तुमकां दिवपाक शकना.
You will ask for both Saraswati and Gauri Ganesh to revoke the licenses.
Since past 2 days, Gauri Ganesh Group has stopped supplying food to the schools. Urmila Salgaonkar is still at large. Our reporter in Vasco, Surendra Madkekar. It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.